is a Lego model of the European Extremely Large Telescope. Here at Oxford, we are leading the work to develop the red bit over in the back there. When it is built, it will have almost as much collecting area as all the telescopes mankind has ever built put together.
There was a wealth of expertise in sport medicine and osteoarthritis, but the two communities didn't interact. So we've now set up a national centre and are looking at the long-term health consequences of a number of sports, but particularly focusing on football, cricket and rugby at the present time.
We do these experiments where we excite collisions of plasmas, which simulate what could happen in the universe during the formation of structures, during the collision of cluster of galaxies, and see if we, in these experiments, we can produce a source of magnetic field.
The book that I'm working on at the moment is a book about the renewal of the Conservative Party, so modernising conservatism. The general concern, of course, is the quality of governance in Britain and the quality of British democracy.
I'm currently working on a book manuscript that looks generally at the impact of democracy on the provision of public goods and services across Africa. I've used individual level survey data from across 30 different countries in Africa to identify the impact of democratic elections on infant mortality rates and access to primary education.
I would describe my search as being in the area of legal history and comparative private law, meaning that I compare the private law across a number of legal systems. And in particular, I look at the area of trust law and at the moment succession law. It's particularly interesting because it allows me to go also into economic studies, sociology, anthropology, and take a more interdisciplinary approach.
Scarcely have failed to miss the press extravaganza about the illegal killing of one of our study lions, Cecil. In the year 2000, there were some 60 male lions potentially available on legal quota. We found out that this was completely unsustainable. We worked with the local authorities to set in place a moratorium on all trophy hunting. Lion numbers recovered, so you can see what a practical difference the Wild Crew's work made.
For the last 25 years, I've been particularly involved with the study and the conservation of the Ethiopian wolf. Our main focus is to try to prevent canid-related diseases jumping from domestic dogs into the wolves.
I'm going to be spending my time looking at scaling limits of random graphs. So a random graph is a mathematical model for a network. The internet itself is a very good example of a large network. People spend a lot of time studying, for example, Facebook and the links between people. So there, the different nodes in the network are different people, and two people are linked by an edge if they're friends on Facebook.
Modern literature has been challenging our assumption that the interrogation or confession can produce the truth about something or someone. I've been interested in thinking about what it means. Like, we're constantly being told that we live in a confessional age. So what does that mean when the original model of a religious confession is now transplanted into a secular context?
I'm interested in what it really means to pay attention to works of art, and one of the things that fascinates me is we live in a climate where we're very worried about that focus, about constant interruptions in our day, about the digitization of daily life, and these aren't new concerns. The Victorians were terribly worried too. You had Ruskin sitting there saying people read novels like they eat sandwiches on trains.
Particularly in the 20th century, you have to refer to the visual arts to understand literature or poetry. I'm editing now a volume on Maria Zambrano, who is a philosopher, a disciple of Ortega y Gasset, and also Maria Blanchard, a who is a Spanish Cubist painter.
For my research, of particular significance is Muslim Spain. Why is it that under Islam, Jews especially, but also Christians, actually had a better time of it than Jews and Muslims under Christendom? I'm trained as a historian, and that's part of the way I see my historical research. I want to find out more about the past, and I feel that knowing more about the past, understanding the past, is extremely important for us to understand things better now.